I wasn't expecting it to be this good. I thought I'd need direct line of sight for it to work. I'm still getting a great signal down here in the bush, amongst all the trees and the hills and the gullies. I can still pick up a signal, and this is cool. G'day everyone, welcome to the Australian bush. In today's video we're going to talk about something called LoRa. LoRa is long-range, low-powered wireless technology, and that allows you to send data across vast distances without the need for Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, cell phones, GPS, any of that stuff. It works purely from this little module up here with the antenna. So in an urban environment you can send data a couple of kilometers. In a rural environment where you don't have the obstructions of buildings and other wireless signals going on, you can do maybe 10 kilometers. But some people have even pushed this well over 100 kilometers in perfect conditions. So what I've got here is, this is just a receiver up in the shed behind me, in that steel shed. I have a base station, and that's echoing out pings, and then this is just receiving them. And I don't know if you can see it on the screen, I'll show you when we get back up to the shed, but it's just echoing out the pings and the timestamps and the signal strength. Now I live on acreage, as you can see, plenty of trees around. You can't quite see from this video, but it's very hilly, up and down, lots of gullies and so on. And I've taken this everywhere around my property, and I can pick up a signal pretty much everywhere. It doesn't need to be line of sight. I mean, it's in a steel shed, and I'm still picking up the signals, which is brilliant. So yeah, very happy with this. So what we'll do is we'll go back up the shed, and I'll show you how this works. Just a quick mention on today's sponsor of the video, REYAX Technology. They're a company based in Taiwan, and they make boards for LoRa, GPS, and all sorts of other IoT use cases. I'll chuck a link down below so you can go and see some of the cool toys that they have on their website. So they reached out to me via the channel and said, hey, would you like a couple of these modules for free? The only conditions are you need to go and make something with them and then do a video review on them, which I'm happy enough to do. So in the interest of transparency, they didn't give me a script. They haven't paid me to give them a good review. There's been no exchanges like that. So this video is 100% my own unbiased opinions. So I just want to make that clear, so you know when I say this is pretty cool, it's because I genuinely think that, not because they've told me to say it. But yeah, I am very impressed with these boards. The build quality is absolutely fantastic. It looks very, very professionally done. They're very reasonably priced too. I think they're around 10 to 15 US dollars, or about 20 Australian dollars, which is very affordable for use. Yeah, they do some other variations as well, with like a pigtail connector, so you can put like an external connector on if you want a longer antenna and so on. But yeah, I'm very happy with these. I can think of at least a dozen uses around my property for them. So yeah, very, very chuffed. So we have the transmitter, or the base station in my case, and then here's the receiver that you saw earlier. So let's have a look at the base station. So I've got an ESP32, which is the brains of it, and then up the top here I have the REYAX LoRa module. The ESP32 is just broadcasting a ping every second onto that LoRa network, which the receiver is listening to. Now that's great for a video, but it's not very useful in real life. In real life, you might want to get something like a temperature and humidity sensor. Maybe you have some greenhouses, or you've got like a self-storage locker, and you want to sort of monitor the conditions across all your units, then this will be a great use case for LoRa. Another thing you could do, if you've got lots of gates on your property and you don't want to keep driving around to them, you could put a hall sensor onto those gates, and then when it opens, obviously LoRa can pick up that signal and send a message to you. Another thing you can do is grab an ultrasonic sensor. I've got these on the inside of my water tanks, and they measure the distance between the top of the tank and the water level, and then based on some math I can calculate how full the tanks are. So that's really good if you've got remote tanks or dams or anything like that. Another thing you can do is get one of these flow sensors and connect that up to your plumbing, so that way you can see if your pumps are running when they should be, or maybe you've got a leak and your water's leaking everywhere, then this will be a great way. And these are cheap too. So those are some great uses you can use for the transmitter. So coming back to the receiver, it's a very similar setup. So again, I've got an ESP32, and then I've got the LoRa module up the top, and then I've got a screen on here, and then on the back I have just got a lithium power pack just to power it. So yeah, like I said, the LoRa is on the same network, so it'll be receiving those pings, and then on the screen, I don't know how well you can see that, you can just see it's echoing the ping, the ID of the ping, and the signal strengths as well. and they're color coded, so I can see, green means a good signal, red is a bad signal, and so on. So yeah, I've been walking around the property with this and it works perfectly fine, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Let me show you how easy it is to write the code for this. It's about 100 lines in total. However, at least a third of that is either comments or imports, so there's hardly anything to it. So skimming through the code, you've got the 2 pins that you would connect to the module with. Then you've got the address of the device that we're talking to, and then you've got the network ID. Next thing you have is the radio band. Now this is set in software, which is great because you don't have to worry about accidentally buying the wrong board when you go to buy it. You'll have the same one as me. You just configure the radio band to be whatever band you use in your region, so make sure you go and look that up. Next thing we have is a helper function for the AT commands. So in order to interface with this module, we send AT commands. So it's just a helper method to make that a bit easier for me. Then we've got some configuration, so you can see these AT commands now. So when we start up, we have to reset, we set the address, we set the network ID, we set the band, and then we set some other configuration parameters. And you can see in the setup, I call that function there. Next thing, we have the loop. So you can see this is generating a ping, and then it's using the AT send to send that ping to the destination address. Now, you've only got about 240 bytes that you can use to send the message. So there's no way you can do anything like image streaming or video or audio, anything like that. It is really going to be very small payloads. And this is just going to be sensor reads like on, off, temperature readings and so on. And that's pretty much it. Then we just delay and do the same thing again in the next iteration. Let's have a quick look at the receiver as well. There's slightly more code in this one, but that's purely because we have a screen that we're writing values to. So skimming through again, we have device number 2 on network 18 on the 915 band. We've got the same helper in there to deal with AT commands. We have the same configuration that you saw in the transmitter. Then there's a bunch of stuff for the screen. The bit we're interested in is down the bottom in the loop. So we read directly from the LoRa serial, and we read until we get a new line. So that determines a new message. And then we just parse it, store it, display it on the screen. So it's very, very simple to use. Very happy with these so far. Like I say, I've got a bunch of different ideas of how I can use them, which I might cover in upcoming videos. So if you enjoyed that video, please give us a thumbs up, give us a comment, let us know what you think. And until next time, stay curious and keep learning.